Alright guys, welcome back to Chef to Go. And you're watching us here in the Alabang Town Center, and we are cooking a gorgeous Filipino menu with a twist. And now we are going to introduce our guests. So an extra treat for all the guys and girls out there. And let's call them on, Mark and Paula. Hi, nice to meet you. Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Please.
I'm so excited to taste your cooking.
So guys, let's give them a round of applause first. Alright, so now I'm going to ask the two of you to take a seat.
Okay.
And the eating begins.
Good. We've been hearing wonderful things about your cooking.
I had your friend here, your partner was here with us.
Wilson,
yeah.
That's right.
We did for those of you watching at home, we did a Amazing Race episode. That's where both of you are from. That's where you met, I would guess.
And also our friends Pamela and Vanessa
Yes.
from Malaysia.
That's where you two met.
Yes,
I would guess,
that's
right?
where we all met. We're now one big Amazing
happy.
Race barcada.
Oh, that's great. That's really cool. So over here, please go ahead and try it.
Okay.
It's our bagnet salad with tomatoes and mangoes. And for all of you watching at home, we are going to proceed to our next dish, which is ukoy. So let's begin. For our vegetarian ukoy, what we're going to do is make our batter. Here we have tempura flour, and here I have some ice and some water to make ice water. And we're going to mix that in now.
With ice?
Wow.
You put ice in that as well?
Yes. This is a Japanese technique. It's because when you add a very cold liquid to the flour, what happens is the reaction is very violent when it hits the hot oil. It tends to puff up and make it much lighter. That's why most Japanese restaurants, they have ice in their batter.
That's crazy. I've never heard that.
And then this guy, we're just going to mix it up so it's nice and smooth, but semi-smooth. Whenever we make our batter, you actually have to rest it so that it has to rest so that it fries very well. So let's go through our ingredients here. We have some special bean sprouts, some cabbage, carrots.
So it's like a curry?
No, I think it's like
Two kinds of onions
like
and kamote. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mix all the ingredients together. In fact, I'm just going to put it in my chopping board. Kamote, bean sprouts, carrots. All of these things cook really well when they're fried. You know, the carrots are sweet, kamote is also pretty sweet. Well, the toge is it's ukoy. Can't be ukoy without toge, di ba? Kailangan may toge. And the onions also just give it a little bit of kick. So here I have red onions. I'm also going to put white onions, and I'm also going to put green onions. So you kind of have the onion flavor, but in different degrees, you know.
Wow.
It makes things more well-rounded when you make a dish. And since they're all cut in this matchstick fashion, what I'm going to do is also cut our green onions like so that they pretty much all cook at the same time. So now what we're going to do is just mix this all together like this. We're going to put it here, and I wash my hands somewhere. And of course, I forgot the cabbage over here. We have Baguio pechay, or what they call in English the Napa cabbage. So we just mix everything together.
Do you need a hand? You look like you're doing
Yeah,
everything.
do you wanna
No, it's all right. You guys will just eat.
You sure? We are.
Yeah. But I heard you cook though.
I do
Need to
cook.
Huh?
I do, a little.
All right, come.
All right.
The two of you, come. Let's get cool. Let's get your hands dirty.
All right.
Since you're eating it, you can actually just give it a nice mix. And of course, after you fry these things, you have to drain it on paper towels so that the excess oil, goes away. It's not very oily when you put it in. All right, that looks good. Thank you very much. All right, I think we're good here.
Oh,
I'll
fun.
finish up for you guys.
I enjoyed
You
that.
can just leave this over here. And I'll serve it up to you very soon.
All right.
All right, thanks. Let's talk about our sauce now. For the sauce, it's just straight up toyo, suka, calamansi, sibuyas, and paminta.
Keep on eating.
And that's what we're gonna do now. Kailangan may konting asim siya. Because the sourness will actually act as an emphasizer of flavor, really bringing out these very subtle flavors. Vinegar, citrus fruit, calamansi, stuff like that will really bring things out. So when you add that to your sauce, it becomes really delicious. And then here I have some parsley. This is gonna be our garnish. I have little parsley florets. I'm just gonna fry it so it becomes nice and crispy also. Do you eat bagoong, Paula?
I will try it.
You'll try it? Okay, I'm gonna feed you the one with the bagoong. Ooh, that looks delicious. When you're gonna present your food, you can present this side here, which is mostly batter, or you could turn it around and present the side that has most of the vegetables. I would say use the side that is more visually appealing, no? This is gonna be our vegetarian ukoy. It's something for pika pika. You know, it's nothing pretentious. You don't really want to dress it up because it becomes then, it's like you're stretching for something. It's casual food. It should be eaten very casually. So please go ahead and try it while it's hot.
Can we put it in this?
Yes, please put it in this.
Okay,
There's no seafood here, I promise. Alright, and para sa inyo naman lahat, we also have our sous chefs again who are going to bring out the food. Alright guys, welcome back to Chef to Go here in Alabang Town Center. We are making a Filipino menu with a twist, and we're giving it that little Chef to Go oomph. So guys, how did you find the ukoy?
I actually like the one with that paste as
Yes,
well.
the bagoong.
Yeah, because it gave it a little bit of kick of flavor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I always have, even though I try and eat healthy, I have a fondness for crispy things. So,
Yes.
Plus, I try and avoid fried stuff. That is something that I really crave sometimes. So I
Yeah.
like the crispy crunch to it all.
Well, today is going to be a lot of fried stuff. Don't worry about it. And alright, so guys, let's get back to our next dish now. And this dish is a very, very basic. It's basically adobo with a little bit of a twist again. Now, I know all of you at home probably have your own way of doing adobo. And garantisado, your family think it's the best adobo in the world. So I won't even compete with that. I'm just gonna explain that there are different ways to do adobo. Maybe different ways that you have never seen before yet. And the way I chose to do this adobo is it's very Japanese inspired also. So let us begin. So first and foremost, formal, is the pork belly. Oh man. So over here we have a really good quality pork belly. And over here I have a tongue. And what's going to happen is we're going to put this into a pan with boiling water. Well, it's going to boil very soon. And what's going to happen is we're going to cook it whole. Now the difference with this is that we're actually braising it. Whenever you braise something, it's actually different from the adobo, the traditional adobo, which is stewing. Because stewing means smaller pieces, braising means a larger piece. Now, it's not to say that one is better or the other one is not so good. It's just depending on how you want your final dish to appear. So what's going to happen here is this is just water and the pork. We have some ginger, a piece of leek, bay leaves, some cloves of garlic, and of course, some paminta. So now what's going to happen, we are going to put our other ingredients. And as this is cooking, we are going to put our Japanese rice wine vinegar called mirin. So this is around 600 grams to 800 grams of pork, 1.5 liters of water. This is around half a cup of mirin. And we're also going to put about half a cup of vinegar. Now the difference also with this dish is we are also going to add sugar and soy sauce. We'll pretend that this has been cooking and very tender already. And that's the time when you add your soy sauce. And then eventually you end up with a nice block of pork. And I don't know if you saw it earlier, but I had a nice big rectangle of pork. And what I did was I asked the chef to slice it so that now I'm just heating it up. All right, so now this guy over here is what makes, I think, this adobo a little bit different. It's crispy adobo flakes. It's just basically your leftover adobo. You just shred it and then fry it. So ginawa ko ngayon, we already had it ready-made para mas mabilis para sa inyo, hindi na kayo hihintay. And to add a little bit of extra oomph, here we have crispy garlic flakes also. And of course, I'm serving it with some achara. And then, a little bit of cilantro. Delicious. So now we're gonna plate already. All right?
That is the fastest 2 hours I've ever seen adobo cook.
And